A surprising comment from the La Liga president on the referee's decisions in the Real Madrid versus Athletic Bilbao match following the Real Madrid versus Athletic Bilbao match, which ended with a hard-fought 1-0 win for the Madrid side, thanks to a last-minute goal by Fede Valverde. The controversial moment surrounding the non-award of a penalty for Jude Bellingham in the 87th minute sparked a fresh wave of analysis and questions. The matter even reached the highest authority in La Liga, presided over by Javier Tebas. In a lengthy statement made during his participation in a sports forum organized by a major newspaper in Madrid, Tebas spoke candidly about the controversial refereeing situation that had captured public attention. He subtly conveyed messages regarding what he described as the urgent need to reconsider the development paths of refereeing in La Liga, particularly during the critical moments of the season. Tebas, visibly affected by the intense reactions from the media and sports community following the match, began his remarks by saying, "We fully understand that football is a human game, subject to the referee's judgment and the circumstances of the moment. However, when those judgments become decisive elements in major matches and they vary from one game to another despite the similarities in incidents, we're not just talking about a mistake, but a problem in methodology." He added, "The situation with Bellingham inside the penalty box of Athletic Bilbao was clear enough to warrant further consideration. The player was subjected to a direct physical challenge from Unai Núñez in a sensitive area of the pitch at a critical moment of the match. Despite this, referee Martínez Munuera, after reviewing the situation with VAR, decided not to award anything. We do not intervene in the referee's decisions, and we do not have the authority to change them. But it is our responsibility to question when the football audience feels that the criteria are unclear." Tebas continued, "The day before that match, we witnessed another incident in the Barcelona vs Celta Vigo match, where Barcelona was awarded a penalty in the final moments, despite the intervention, from some analysts' perspectives, being less clear. These inconsistencies are what make us question. Do we have a unified reference for judging situations? And are VAR standards applied with the same precision and rigor in all stadiums?" In his remarks, Tebas also touched on the psychological impact such decisions have on clubs, stating, "When a club the size of Real Madrid, which represents one of the pillars of La Liga, both on the sporting and commercial fronts, feels that a refereeing decision is unfair, the effect is not only seen in the match result, but also on the confidence of the entire system. No one is asking for special protection, but everyone demands clarity and consistency, and this is a legitimate demand." Tebas also addressed, indirectly, the Technical Refereeing Committee, which operates under the Spanish Football Federation, saying, "At La Liga, we believe in partnership with the Spanish Football Federation, but we also think it is time to conduct a thorough evaluation of the refereeing system, particularly regarding how VAR is used, when its intervention is requested, and why sometimes it is bypassed even when the situation is clear." Tebas emphasized the need for greater transparency in explaining refereeing decisions to the public, suggesting that weekly reports be issued by the Technical Refereeing Committee to address major controversial cases and explain the reasoning behind decisions. He said, "Transparency is not a luxury. It is an urgent necessity. When the public, players, and coaches feel that the explanations are clear, the space for debate shrinks, and confidence in the system gradually returns." Concluding his speech, Tebas called for the incident to be seen as an opportunity for improvement rather than division, affirming that the ultimate goal is to provide a fair and balanced football product that reflects the value of La Liga as one of the best leagues in the world. He said, "Let's not shy away from the tough questions. Our goal, collectively, in the league, the federation, and the clubs, is for every fan, whether in Madrid, Bilbao, Vigo, or Barcelona, to feel that their team is treated fairly, and that Spanish football is moving forward, not backward." With this long and measured statement, Tebas seemed to be sending multiple messages at once, to the referees, to the federation, to the media, and even to Real Madrid itself. It was neither an attack nor a justification, but a middle ground acknowledging the need for development and calling for the preservation of the integrity and fairness of the game, in a season where the competition intensifies with every round. Real Madrid decides to let go of star player as Al Hilal keeps a close watch. Press reports have revealed that there is a growing intention within Real Madrid to part ways with one of the first-team stars during the upcoming summer transfer window. Meanwhile, Saudi club Al Hilal is eager to secure the player's signature. Reports had previously indicated that Al Hilal made a massive offer in February to sign Brazilian forward Rodrigo Goes from Real Madrid, aiming to include him in their squad for the FIFA Club World Cup. However, the player turned down the offer at that time. New development in Rodrigo's future at Real Madrid. According to Spanish newspaper AS, Rodrigo has fallen out of favor with Real Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti due to his underwhelming performances in crucial matches, particularly against Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League, a match that led to the team's elimination from the competition. Al Hilal has expressed strong interest in signing Rodrigo to strengthen their squad ahead of the Club World Cup, especially following the departure of fellow Brazilian Neymar Jr., who returned to Santos during the winter transfer window. Al Hilal's February offer for the player reportedly exceeded €100 million, with an annual salary reaching €140 million. Despite the enormity of the deal, the offer was declined at the time. Let's start the video by sending blessings and peace upon the messenger of Allah, peace be upon him. Ancelotti's press conference. Before the Real Madrid vs Getafe match in La Liga. Round 33. Real Madrid will face Getafe tomorrow, Wednesday, April 23rd, as part of the 33rd round of La Liga at the Coliseum Alfonso Perez Stadium. The match between Real Madrid and Getafe will kick off tomorrow in La Liga. Real Madrid is currently in second place in the La Liga standings with 69 points, while Getafe is in 12th place with 39 points. Ancelotti's press conference before the Real Madrid vs Getafe match. What are your expectations for tomorrow's match against Getafe? We all know how Getafe plays. Intense football, very well organized. They are a strong team with very clear ideas. We are ready because as we approach the end of the season, every match becomes more important for all teams. Do you feel that you've been restricted in many matches due to the involvement of the four key stars? The problems this season are clear. We lost two key pieces in the backline, and it has been hard to replace them. We changed our style of play to suit players with different characteristics, and it has been difficult for us to find balance. I hope we have found it now, and if we haven't, we'll face difficulty in winning. Are Mbappe and Mendy ready for tomorrow's match after participating in training? Mbappe and Mendy are not ready for tomorrow's match, but they will train in the coming days, and I believe both will be ready for the match on Saturday in El Clasico. Will there be rotation in tomorrow's match? Tomorrow's lineup will depend on the performance from Sunday night and nothing else. Some players are still feeling a bit tired, but that's completely normal. We'll see tomorrow. What's your comment on the rumors about your dismissal, even if Real Madrid wins both La Liga and the Copa del Rey? In football, anything is possible. Anything can happen at any time. Do you hope to remain as Real Madrid's coach next season for the sake of revenge? Honestly, I have no conflict with anyone or anything. I love this bench, and I hope this lasts as long as possible. If it ends one day, I'll be grateful and tip my hat to this club, nothing more. Have you spoken to Mbappe about the booing he received? He was hurt by the injury because he cannot help the team. He is doing everything to be available for Saturday. What needs to change in Endrick's game for him to play more? Nothing. He is progressing very well, and now he has a bigger role to play because there are also games where we need his strength and quality. If you win the cup, will you have a better chance of winning the league? The two titles we are competing for, along with the World Cup, depend on winning against Barcelona. That's the only doubt we don't have at the moment. We have to come out strong in the next match and focus on the cup final. We are confident that we can do that and achieve it. There's something that needs to change in this regard, and we will change it. How have you been living these past days? The club knows that this year has been more complicated than last year. Together, we are facing the difficulties. The honeymoon continues, and I'm very happy. I'm under a lot of pressure, but that's always the case. You see success so close, and it's normal for the tension to increase. But tension is fuel for me. It doesn't bother me. It gives me more energy to think about more things. When I wake up in the morning, everything is fine. Would you encourage the players to put in more effort if you could go back to August? In Italy, they say that whenever a problem arises, they blame the left hand. This also happened in the first phase. I try to manage my relationships with people based on my identity. In relationships, you have to show your true self. This season, I got angry many times. My relationship is about building connections with people on the same level, and that's why you have to respect and be respected. And that's what happened. I'm a lefty in life because there was no right-hand relationship with my father, my coach, or my teacher. I can't use the whip approach. Hiring another coach for me is not the way. Have you planned any signings for next season? We've never thought about signings during the season. The club always thinks about signings at the end of the season. Did you think you would face so many problems this season? It could have been done better. I have to take responsibility for some mistakes, but this is the evaluation we can make at the end of the season. What do you think about the scheduling of the matches? I'm not complaining about this. It's something that can happen. We couldn't play against Athletic Bilbao on Saturday to play on Tuesday. It's good because we have enough time to recover and we don't have to travel. It might be better to do it at a time other than 9:30 p.m. because many people are asleep at that time. I hope my players don't sleep tomorrow. Regarding the left-back position, were you impressed by Garcia's performance this year? He has improved. He's played more and has performed well almost always. In some matches, I put Camavinga because they have different characteristics. Eduardo is used to playing inside, and sometimes when you play with Vinicius outside, Fran has more difficulty showing his quality. What do you think about Real Madrid being portrayed as the victim in the finals against Barcelona? Not exactly, but that's the situation. It seems like they are better than us, but finals are unpredictable. A new step brings Alonso closer to replacing Ancelotti at Real Madrid. Recent press reports have shed light on the latest developments regarding Xabi Alonso's future with Bayer Leverkusen and the growing possibility of him taking over as Real Madrid's head coach next season. Despite the historic achievements Alonso has made with Leverkusen, uncertainty continues to surround the Spanish manager's future. Strong speculation suggests he is nearing a move to take charge at Real Madrid, replacing his compatriot Carlo Ancelotti. With only 4 matches remaining in the season, Leverkusen fans may soon bid farewell to the coach who led the team to glory in record time. Meanwhile, anticipation is building around the potential return of Alonso to the Santiago Bernabeu, this time as head coach. Xabi Alonso's future with Bayer Leverkusen. According to Spanish outlet AS, the relationship between Alonso and the German club has entered its final stages, despite his contract running until 2026. The prevailing sentiment at the Bay Arena is that the young coach is approaching the final chapter of his journey with Leverkusen. This comes amid increasing uncertainty about Ancelotti's future with Real Madrid, particularly following the team's European exit and the Brazilian national team's interest in hiring him, factors that have pushed Alonso's name to the forefront as the leading candidate for the position. Bayer Leverkusen's CEO recently stated that Alonso's chances of staying do not exceed 50%, while also highlighting the club's strong relationship with Real Madrid, further fueling the possibility of future negotiations. The report also noted that Alonso has been cautious about his future and informed Leverkusen officials that he would not stay if he received an official offer from Real Madrid, despite no formal communication between the two sides at this time. It's worth noting that Alonso took charge of Leverkusen during a difficult period when the club was battling relegation. In the following season, he led them to win the Bundesliga and the German Cup and reached the Europa League final, before finally losing